Hi everybody, this is Serpshare, back another day with another unboxing with the most expensive pair of sneakers I've ever bought. Well, that is not quite true, but it's the most expensive, it's the most money I've paid retail for a pair of Nike, at least. And that is also not true, because when these shoes dropped in 1997, they were so expensive. So with Nike US commercial, they promoted the shoe with telling people how rare and how expensive it is in little Sweden. So the first commercial with the shoes was the phone number commercial. They had 4 shoes with that. They just posted a picture of the shoe and a phone number to Nike or whatever. And we had the Air Jordan 11 Concords, Griffin, these, and a 4th pair. But I'm gonna try to edit this video so you will get the nerdy stuff in the end and all the stuff about this pair of shoes right now. So what I wanted to say was that when these shoes got released in 1997, they cost 2,100 here in Sweden. I remember paying 2,200. A friend of mine that still has his pair remembers paying 2,050 kroners. And the retail price in US was $180. Today, in today's value, that would be $350. And 2,100 kroners in Sweden, 1997, today would be, let me check it out. Yeah, the same. So 3,400 kroners. And I paid 2,900. Which I think is a lot of money, but oh, they're so nice. They're so nice. But compared with 1997, they are relatively cheaper, at least. I don't remember them being this blue. There will probably end up a bunch of videos where people compare them with the, let me see now, they released 97. I think, did we wait 10 years for the first retro? And then in 2017, and now. And these are really, really retro, but still with a difference that I don't mind. Lately, Nike have done some tweaks lately, these and the upcoming Air Jordan 1 Black Toe. They are releasing the shoes the way that they were pre-production. So with the phone number ad, we had the blue carbon fiber, blue and black carbon fiber. The shoe that got released had standard carbon fiber, black and gray, but these have the black and blue. And I don't remember them being so strong blue. I remember them being a bit darker and a bit more metallic. These are, I'm going to compare them with the Ben Gordons. So I would want to remember the Ben Gordons being much stronger, darker blue than the Royal. And now they look more or less same. These are matte and these are metallic. But as said, you will see other people comparing them with the earlier releases. I don't complain about the color at all. It's just that I don't remember them being this blue. I remember them being more metallic and lighter blue. But this might be the way they look on the phone number ad. And on with the boring stuff. Yes, they are true to size. Foamposites are true to size. But these shoes are meant to be worn in. If you don't have the patience for that, go up half a size if you have wide feet. But these are supposed to be worn and warm, and the plastic are supposed to be heated up and shaped around your foot. So I really love the Foamposites. I really do. The boring thing is that I more or less only use them as my rain shoes. So that's why I sort of dislike the upgrade they had on a couple of shoes released lately. The Penny Hardaway Player Exclusives white that had suede on top here. And that wouldn't be good for a rain shoe. But otherwise, they can take anything. And with the material, Foamposite is more or less plastic poured in a mold, and that makes the shoe. And that process was really hard to do. I think Nike spent 4 years trying to do this, and finally they did it with a car company. Well, they will do a lot of things, but they will, I know as a car company, they helped them do that. And every mold cost, I think it was $750,000 back then, maybe $75,000, but I think $750,000 back then. And I think that you need one mold per size. So yeah, the shoes were expensive, very expensive, but I really like the Foamposites. The shoes that I am most irritated that I haven't got are Foamposites. The Foamposites has been the most hyped releases. The Galaxy Foams, that release was just crazy. A guy got killed for them. That was the first time that we saw somebody try to change their car for a pair of shoes. And yeah, and the Supreme Foamposites release, that had to be canceled by the police. That was 2014, so yeah, 10 years ago. But the Foamposite has had its ups and downs. So when they were released, they weren't hyped at all. They were just very expensive. And I remember, these are the reason that I didn't care about the Air Jordan 11 until I was adult. Because back then you bought one pair of shoes per season, more or less. And these were the shoes that I bought in 1997. And these are the shoes that I tell kids to don't buy expensive shoes until you have stopped growing. Because I miss these shoes. Much because of the nostalgic feeling and the retro feeling and the memories. And when they got released the last time, I don't know why I didn't care. And the what did they call those? The penny pen pack or something, where they had already painted the black stripes on it. And I think you got a pen with that pack. I wanted those, but I couldn't get them. And for some reason, for several years now, Nike Europe doesn't sell Foamposites in bigger sizes than 44.5, which I think is maybe size 10. So they really don't care about Foamposites in Europe, at least Nike doesn't. And to talk about the pen, so these shoes were made for Scottie Pippen. Let me back a little bit more. When Michael Jordan had his break, the first time he retired, 93, 94, Nike realized that, hey, we have been on top, going bigger and better every year for 10 years, more or less. And now, when Michael Jordan is not with us anymore, we maybe need to focus on other people as well. And it did. And in 97, I would say that was one of Nike primes when it comes to basketball shoes. We have a lot of great, I love 90s. I love 90s retro sneakers. The 90s were the best when it comes to basketball shoes, I think. So the shoes were made for Scottie Pippen. He didn't like them. He thought it was too much. And Penny Hardaway, that was more or less a new Michael Jordan. They showed him a bunch of shoes that was supposed to be his third signature model. And he saw these in a bag, so they were not supposed to be shown for him. And he said, hey, those, I want those. They look futuristic, I want those. And the rest is history. But Penny Hardaway wasn't the first to wear them on court, actually. It was Mike Bibby in college. Not even an NBA game, it was a college game. And Mike Bibby, his Nike connection is uncompared with anybody. He has player exclusive shoes. He has one of the most, we haven't even seen his collection, but we know that his collection is outstanding. So Mike Bibby, he was the first one to wear them, but it became Penny Hardaway's shoes. So the Bengoro that I just showed you are the pros, and more or less the difference between the 1 cent and the pros are that the pros have the Nike logo, different sole, it says Foamposite here, Nike logo here instead of the penny 1 cent logo. I think that's it. They all had the carbon fiber because this plastic that is stiff, at least in the beginning, needed a 6 times stronger bottom plate. So that's why we have carbon fiber. And sorry to say, but this carbon fiber doesn't look as good as it usually does. Maybe because it's blue, but it looks sort of too shiny, too plastic. But I hope it's still real carbon fiber. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if it's not real carbon fiber. It doesn't look like real carbon fiber, actually. But yeah, so when the shoe got dropped, it was too expensive. People didn't care. And the molds got destroyed. So when the shoes got retro the first time, I think it was 10 years later, they had to make new molds and spend new money on new molds. So the shoes have always been expensive. And today in Sweden, more or less $300. I don't know what the US retail price is, but it is expensive, but compared with 1997, it's not as expensive. I'm just glad to have them. I want to say again that they sort of don't look as expected. Some paint there. Oh yeah, I forgot to tell you about the Penny story. So Penny got them. He used them the first time, 97 in April, I think. Away game with some team, the Pacers, I think. And away colors needs to be black, and these were not black at all, and not black, oh, well, we have on top, but they were not black enough. So to not be fined, Penny put black tape, electric tape, in between, and when that black tape fell off, he took a marker, a black marker pen, and did the marks, the stripes, black, and that looked good. And we got a retro shoe that looked like that. But this is the OG pair. But I think that's it. There are a bunch of videos about Foamposites in general. And I think that Nike is sort of focusing on Foamposite again, because it's rumored that the Galaxy will drop again. And as I said, they have upgraded some new models that haven't been released for, like the player exclusive, the white ones, where they had suede on top. And once again, I really like Foamposites. They are nice. Yes, it's a heavy shoe today, but you can really wear it in all weather. Got some more marks on it. So the swoosh have a black stain on it. And for $300 retail, come on, Nike. One thing that kills the joy of getting sneakers almost every time, except from the high prices, is that the shipping companies don't deliver as they should. These were supposed to get home to me yesterday. It's summer. I stayed home all day because they were going to come home to me sometime between 5 and 10 or something in the evening. And I got a text message that I wasn't home, it couldn't be delivered. So that made me irritated. But the first time these shoes was released in 1997, 27 years ago, to this school. So yeah, I have a bunch of good retro feeling, nostalgic feelings. Yeah, this is nice. Today is summer, warm outside. I'm gonna put them on, of course, as I always do, right away. And they will be true to size, but just to make the video a little bit more fun than usual, I will do some shots outdoors. Yeah, as usually they are a bit narrow in the beginning, but as I said, I have extra thick socks today because I want to break them in. But length, it's true to size, and everything is just fine. I have wide feet, so I usually have this problem. So yeah, standard. Feel a bit narrow for my taste or for my feet, but they're absolutely good and look good. I should have taken a mic with me because it's too windy. And like half an hour out in the sun, they already feel just perfect. This is my own basketball rim. This is where I used to play when I was a kid. My parents' house. So yeah, this is the whole point of retro sneakers, I think. This feeling. Now I've worn them all day and no complaints. Yeah, there are no cushion in these old sneakers, but they are absolutely not uncomfortable. They fit me perfect now. They don't feel narrow or nothing at all. So yeah, I'm really glad to have them. And I have received compliments for the color, and yeah, super happy.